There is no doubt high school football players face so many challenges during the season. They face adversity when it comes to training, playing time, injuries, and so much more. I posed the question to coaches this summer, what is the biggest challenge facing high school football players in Minnesota today? Here's what they said. What do you think is the biggest issue that high school football players in Minnesota face right now?
Oh boy. I don't know if it's specific to high school football, but just the pressure to specialize in sports. I'm just not a fan of it.
In football, you need numbers. I always say to go from being good to very good, you need those kids out where football is their number 2 sport, is their number 3 sport. And especially at a 5A size school, we don't have enough kids to just have football players, to just have basketball players, to just have those. We need kids to cross over.
You know, I think they get pulled in a lot of directions. I think Brian Vossen, you know, I always remember him saying that I don't need football to be your favorite sport, I just need it to be in your top 3, and you're only one in the fall. And I remember when I had the opportunity to go down there, I thought Lakeville North football was, you know, this is one of the great programs in the state.
There's so many opportunities for kids and a lot of different voices pulling them in different directions. You know, so if football's not your number 1 sport, people telling them, hey, you better really hone in on whatever the sport might be if you want to make it. And I think that's too bad that message is being sent.
What do you think the biggest issues are that high school football players face in Minnesota right now?
I hate to say it, but you know, that's kind of where we are as a society right now, right? It's getting kids to commit and work hard. I think that's a tough sell for all high school kids, is that concept of it will pay off. It's no different when you're teaching and you try to tell these kids, these grades, they will matter down the road. I wish I could just give you a check right now, but it will pay off for you down the road.
What do you think is the biggest challenge high school football players in Minnesota face right now?
I would look at it a different way, and I would say, you know, what's the biggest challenge that high school kids face, which obviously is going to include our kids playing football, is the different world they grow up in than what we grew up in, with social media, with everything online, with dealing with that, with mental health issues. As a teacher, as an educator, that's what we see as the biggest challenges.
I wish there was a break sometime, right? I love doing this summer stuff, but I remember back in the day, there were some good teams and we didn't go all day. And so these kids are doing multi-sports, then they're going to with other workout guys, and so I just worry about, you know, I want our kids to be a kid. There's times I tell our guys, go to the beach, right? Just go to the beach and jump in the lake, have some fun, do something else.
What do you think is the biggest issue facing high school football players today that they face?
Watching the pros. I mean, I'm turn on YouTube and I see 3rd and 4th graders slapping their chest and point. I'm like, what? And I guess I'm too old school in that. Like, I just want to act like I've done it before. And we watch these guys who everything has to be a show, like a 3-yard catch for a first down and you're dancing. Like, what are we doing, you know? And you know, you sound kind of bitter as an old person saying that, like, oh, you're just mad because you didn't do it. I'm just a professional, like, do your job. So.
Act like you've been there before, right? Okay, so many different answers from those coaches, and I appreciate their time on that subject.